Third time's a fucking charm on this.
And my phone just went off.
I was wondering what that was. It's like, what's that noise?
That's my... Oh.
That's what I'm talking about.
Sorry, just texting my cousin.
No, you're good, you're good.
So, I honestly don't know how this girl's related to me. Like, she's like the daughter of my dad's cousin or something.
Yeah.
But she, I actually paid one of the skateboards for her.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
She's in town. And so, like, they're doing, like, a bunch of get-togethers and stuff over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, yesterday I didn't go because, like, in the morning I had a migraine. And, like, so, today, I didn't know they were, like, going to do stuff today. But they were like, oh, you want to hang out today? I was like, I have plans. But so I said to them earlier, like, oh, well, tomorrow, I guess they're going to a Cubs game. So they said maybe after. So I just said, yeah, sure. So I just wanted to let you know what's going on in my life.
Well, very exciting. I get bored at baseball games.
I know.
Like, it's fun for like an hour. You're like, oh, Wrigley Field. Oh, this is fun.
I know.
Like, and then it's like, it's hot and I'm bored.
But
like, I have sunburn.
Yeah.
Let's go home.
But no, I wouldn't mind, like, seeing them and stuff, like, whatever. But, you know, it's just like...
I think my aim is getting worse. Holy shit.
That's the thing with the helicopter, you get so frustrated!
I know, I'm getting frustrated.
But yeah, I'm kind of like, well, my aunts will probably pay for good food, so I don't mind.
So it's totally worth going,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. But, like, okay, so, I mean, for anyone listening, so...
For anyone?
Yeah, anyone listening, if it's Jamie. So my family had, like, another, like, family reunion this summer.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, my dad couldn't fly because he had his knee done.
Yeah,
but
because it was in California?
Yeah. But, two of the girls, like, I guess the girl who's in town right now, I thought she was, like, 18.
Mm-hmm.
I guess her sister's 16 and she's 25 or something.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, so there's a big difference in between them. But, my aunt, my dad's sister, like, wanted, like, she heard about, like, this trend that people, like, give gifts of painted skateboards to each other.
Yeah, yeah.
And she was like, you know, I really want to do this because they're having us stay at their house.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, but none of us can paint. So she, like, paid me to paint the skateboards, which is kind of goofy. But it's still, like, I get it. Like, your heart is in the right place. It's fine.
Yeah. It's a nice thought,
Yeah. And I mean, like, as much as I was, like, bitching about the skateboards, like, while painting, I had a good time.
I'm just gonna get stuck here, aren't I?
Maybe.
And here I was like, I'm not doing too bad. This is alright. No. I'm fucking up. I'm fucking up real hard.
I believe in you, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think the problem with the helicopter also is that it just keeps going back and forth, and it's like, you're like, already hurt, and you're like, shooting at you when it's going across. So you can't
even
really
as I'm trying to avoid it, like, there's no good place to find cover because, yeah, it can get me wherever I'm at when the helicopter's in motion.
Yeah. Okay, I guess tomorrow they're going to museums and stuff, so I guess I'm...
Oh, well, that's fun.
Yeah. They're going to the aquarium. I love the aquarium.
It's pretty good. I hear they have a exhibit at the Field Museum about dinosaurs currently. Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Can we go?
One of my coworkers is taking her son. She was telling me about it. She's like, yeah, it's gonna be cheap this weekend. I was like, oh, he's gonna love it. But yes, if you want to go, I'm down. I don't know how long it's gonna be going on for though.
Sorry, I'm texting. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Like, it's like one of those things where it's like, I'm trying to, like, concentrate on what you're doing, like,
I keep fucking up in the same spot, so, like, you're good. Don't worry about it.
I mean, I could always cut this, too.
You can. Family?
Yeah, it's still Christine.
I'm gonna get it this time. I believe in myself. I mean, maybe I don't actually, but...
I believe in you.
Well, that's kind of
Like, where's Chloe helping in this?
I know. Chloe, please. Chloe, I'm about to die.
The game's like, you suck so hard, no more music for you.
No more music. I know. The game just, like, disowned me.
Dishonored
like,
you.
Nope. We're not gonna be nice. I'm like, okay. I guess that's fair.
Like I said, this is like one of the areas that makes me be like, nope.
Yeah.
And
I remember getting stuck here before, too. I know,
and it's
like...
not like it's bad gameplay.
It's not, you know, it's nothing terrible, but it's also frustrating.
Yeah, it's frustrating, and like I said, I have my weird helicopter rule.
Yeah, no, it's helicopter bullshit, that's for sure. Possibly cut stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna just like cut beginning.
Yeah, that works.
I wrote cut being.
Cut being. Cut myself out of existence. Cut my life into pieces.
I was just gonna say that.
This is my last fucking resort.
Suffocation.
No breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cover your breathing? I don't know. Something. It's something.
All I know is paper cut by Linkin Park.
Yeah. No, I'm so sad.
I know. Like,
the news just broke yesterday about Chester, and like we're both.
Dude, I was legitimately listening to like all the songs and crying.
I was so sad. I know. After I was at work.
I know. Like I was like, I shouldn't really bother her at work.
No, it's fine.
Like,
I mean, I don't really have my phone out anyway.
Yeah,
like, I can't. But I do check it on breaks and everything.
Right.
Oh, finally.
Finally.
But yeah, no, because then I just had my music on shuffle, and whenever Linkin Park would come on, I was like, no, I
know.
Chester, I'm sad.
I was like,
I have so much respect for him, though.
Yeah,
like so
I
much
really
respect.
do. And I mean, like, I think this really hit me hard. Also, because like, I mean, I'm about to get really dark here. So, for someone who's been dealing with like suicide and depression for like 15 years myself. It hit home because, like, you know, Chester and Linkin Park in general, and a lot of the emo bands, like, their whole thing is, like, we get you, you're different, we understand your depression.
Yeah.
And then when they commit suicide, to me, personally, it kind of feels like a reminder that I'm on borrowed time. Like, I haven't died yet, but, like, you know, depression is gonna kill me.
Yeah.
And... like, it's a matter of time, and I don't know when, but it's gonna be that.
Yeah.
And I know, like, that's really dark and depressing, but that's honestly how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like,
don't
it just hit me
think that way,
hard.
you're making me sad. I'm not gonna let it happen.
I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna let it happen.
Just, I love you.
I love you too.
But, like, that's just honestly how I felt when I heard about it.
Yeah, it's definitely, it hits close to home. Because again, like, when Linkin Park first got pretty big, like, I was pretty young, you know? And as, like, even, like a teenager, like a preteen, yeah, dealing with, like, kind of, like, my first issues with depression and, like, being really upset and not happy with myself and anxious and just
all
depressed
these bad
in general.
things.
Yeah. And then having music that you could really relate to, like, Linkin Park was one of the first bands that it was, like, they get it,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Well, like, that's honestly, like, that's how I feel with Gazette.
Yeah.
And, like, that's why I, like, take it so personally, and that's why, like, meeting them meant, like, the world to me, and it's like, God, I embarrassed myself so bad by, like, sobbing in front of them.
No, but it meant a lot, you know? They were so nice about it,
I
too.
know. Oh my God, the fact that they, like, put their arms around me. I was like, I'm dying for multiple reasons.
For so many reasons.
But no, like, that's why that meant so much to me.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, I never felt like, I mean, really, besides Chester, like, oh, I should be quiet.
Oh, hey, don't you...
Hey!
Elena!
What the hell are you doing here?
I love that.
His face.
Hard eyes, motherfucker.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. This is Drake.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry.
He's like, I've heard about you.
Yeah.
So, what's your angle on all this misery? You gonna plunder a few temples, loot the museum?
Who,
It's
me?
nice
Never.
to see you two. Suppose you're here for some noble crusade, right?
Actually, we're trailing a fugitive war criminal. Zoran Lazarevic, have you heard of him?
Huh?
Isn't that NATO's job?
Well, they think that he's dead. Killed in some bombing raid.
Oh, and you're here to prove otherwise.
You know what? This guy's a real monster, Nate. We're talking torture, mutilation, mass executions. See, now he's plotting something new. But why out here? Why tear apart the city, you know? It just doesn't make any sense.
I know, Elena, but I'm not gonna tell you.
I'm so glad she instantly knows.
I know, she's like, I know
You don't have
better.
anything to do with this.
That's ridiculous.
There you are, Nate. I think I lost them.
Oh, whoa, whoa, it's all right.
I love how cameraman Jeff is like,
I know.
We need to keep moving if we want to stay one step ahead of Lazarevic.
no, Chloe!
What, Chloe?
Hey, wait. Now, don't jump to conclusions, Elena.
I'm sorry. Am I sensing some history here?
What?
Elena
No.
Fisher. Last year's
I
model.
love Elena for that.
Elena!
No.
I love this interaction.
Figured you for the white bread picket fence.
She's a lot tougher than she looks, thank you.
Oh,
Oh, what?
she broke your heart.
Oh, please.
Chloe can read you like a
They
book,
both
Nate.
can.
Yes,
I know.
Casanova. We need to get.
I love how they
Wait,
both
wait.
instantly are like, oh,
I know.
Nate.
They're like, I know exactly what's going on.
Yeah,
Like,
I
Chloe's
know.
is
I
more
can't just
playful,
ditch you in
and
the middle of this
Elena's is
mess.
more like,
Slows
ugh,
down.
Nate.
Yeah, like, Nate, come on.
Lazarevic catches
Seriously?
You and me
I'm
together.
not leaving them behind.
You don't always have to play the bloody hero, you know.
I also, okay, so when we had kind of talked
Right.
about before, like, people who tend to pit Chloe against Elena,
dance
they always use this interaction.
Yeah, this scene.
Yeah, and it's like, no, they don't
Yeah.
hate each other, they just have different world
come to
views.
this.
It's
Chloe
not like,
is-
oh, I'm jealous of you because
Thank you.
Nate.
Yeah,
It's like,
Chloe
no,
is clearly, like, again, like, she's always in it for the
You might
money.
wanna
Yeah.
rethink that.
She's clearly like, I thought you wanted to do this. I thought you wanted to get the treasure of a lifetime.
Yeah.
And then now Nate's clearly, like, already having new,
out.
like, feelings
What's
pop
next?
up for Elena.
Yeah,
and she
yeah.
sees that, and she sees him being distracted.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think she genuinely, or really, like, I mean, I'm sure it hurts a little, but I genuinely don't think it's, like, any, like, thing towards Elena itself.
Yeah, no, I totally agree
You know,
with that.
like-
Again, it's not them personally, it's more just, like, different world
Yeah,
views,
and
you
it's
know?
like her, like, even if it is like, oh no, she sees like Nate's falling for Elena all over again instantly, it's not being like, ugh, this bitch. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, Nate, come on.
Yeah, it's against Nate.
Yeah, and like, it never felt gimmicky, annoying, or anything.
Yeah, it didn't feel like the typical love triangle where I was rolling my eyes like, oh, come on. It's like, no, I do, like, I think their dynamic is interesting.
Yeah, it's
you
really
know?
interesting, and it's like, excuse me, I burped. I mean, obviously there's some differences between them and their views, like we said.
Absolutely.
But it, like, it doesn't mean that they take it out on each other necessarily.
No, because they don't.
Yeah.
Not at all. I didn't think so.
No.
Especially with, I mean, things to come later. we
Yeah,
can talk
that
about
are
it more,
gonna
so.
happen really soon.
Yeah,
But it's like, any other game, I can easily see them doing that.
for sure.
And it'd be like, oh god, shut up.
Help me with this door. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
But no, it always pisses me off when people try to pit Chloe and Elena
Yeah.
against each other when it's like, that's not their dynamic. Yes, they butt heads a little bit at the beginning, but it's like, did you
And
not
even-
pay attention to anything?
And even at the end, they still butt heads a little.
Yeah,
but
because
it's-
again, it comes down to that different worldview. It's
Yeah.
not like they hate each other, you know.
And there's
then-
no
First,
catty,
just
like,
wrong.
I
We'll never
was
make
with
it.
him,
yeah, I was with Nate first. It's none of that bullshit, which I appreciate
Yeah.
the hell out of.
And like I said, you know, I think they have a really interesting dynamic of, you know, how they treat each other and how they treat Nate. You know, with things that happen, like, for the most part, they put their differences aside.
For sure.
I mean, there's still, like, a little bit of animosity, kind of, especially, like, again, because of the worldviews.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's never, like, catty.
Yeah.
And I know we, like, beat a dead horse with this, too, with everything else.
Yeah, but I feel like it's definitely worth talking about.
I was gonna say, it's something I really want to, like, hammer in, because it's, like, I'm so sick of people just being, like, ugh, look at this left triangle, it's so cliche, ugh.
Yeah, when it's like, no, that's not the case at all. Again, like, if you look even slightly beyond the surface, you'll get it,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't take much.
Yeah. And it's like, again, if this was a different game company, you know, it would have been the worst thing ever. If this was fucking David Cage.
Yeah.
Like, my god, my eyes would have rolled so hard into the back of my head I'd be dead.
I know, because David Cage doesn't know how to write, but that's a different story.
Let's go. Pretty
That's
sweet, huh?
a different story.
Yep. Look at cameraman Jeff.
Oh, wait, we need to take a shot.
Oh, right.
Because I was like, as soon as the fighting stops, we gotta take shots.
Yeah. Again, though, I want to apologize for getting really dark there before the cutscene.
No, it's cool. I mean, because it's like, it's shit that you and me talk about, but it's a little bit different when it's on camera, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really ashamed of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, it's one of those things like, don't weaponize it against me.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those things I don't really talk about. Especially, like, with anxiety especially. It's like, I'm high functioning. You know, I can make it so it doesn't interfere with...
You can hide it so much better than I can.
Yeah.
Like, the moment, like, I get anxious, I fall apart.
Yeah.
Like, I instantly break down in tears. I cannot do it.
Yeah. And then because of that, it's always like, no, I'm just faking it. Like, I can still go to work. I can still keep a job. It's not interfering with my life. So, like, I'm just faking it. And it's like, no, you're not.
And that's the thing. It's like, I can't deal with it. And I know that. And that's a problem.
Yeah.
But it's like, unfortunately, because of that, people have sympathy to me over you. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah. It's just, I mean, wherever, like, those sort of mental issues are involved, like, people are always shitty. You know? No matter what your situation is, people are always shitty.
Listen, man. If you are a shitty person to someone with any mental illness, like, you're fucking dead to me.
Yeah, fuck you.
And honestly,
fuck you.
Like, you have no respect for me.
Yeah.
Zero. None. Like, I would watch you die in a fire.
Absolutely. If you, just get over it. Oh, you're just being
You know what?
lazy.
Get over being burned alive, fucker.
Like, yeah, fuck you. Fuck you, because you don't get it.
Like,
it's at, like, no sympathy.
I know,
you know?
Go down.
Go down?
Yeah, because
treasure?
Yeah, if you jump down here, like, there's a little rocky thing down there.
Down there?
Yeah. And there's a treasure.
Sweet.
I saw it shining from when you were across the way. My elf eyes.
Your elf eyes.
But don't be racist to me!
Yeah, whatever.
I think you can go in the water and, like...
Oh, just, like, float back down.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Go downstream.
Time for a swim, Nathan.
Whee! Fish out of water. God, I love Marco Polo.
I know, it's so good. It's so good.
The way they bring it back in the other games is really
good.
It's so good. Hey, guys.
Alright, crew.
Are we all friends?
Yeah.
Hey,
right.
Hey, cameraman Jeff. And that is his official name.
His official name is Cameraman Jeff.
I'm kind of actually upset that multiplayer doesn't have cameraman Jeff.
First name Cameraman, last name Jeff.
But why isn't he a playable character?
You know why.
Why?
Because nobody cares.
He's a true hero.
He's a real human.
He's an American hero.
He's a real hero and a real human being.
Exactly.
Chloe.
I do love how they don't get hurt by grenades. Like,
I know.
This Wii game would be so hard.
I'm really glad you don't have to worry about their health in general.
Yeah.
It makes things, easier on me.
Honestly. Like, I can't even imagine how hard the game would be if, like, grenades and explosions killed your party members.
I know. It'd be fucking awful.
I was gonna say, you got any grenades?
I was just gonna say, I'm trying to throw one, it's not letting me!
I don't think you have any.
Oh no!
Oh, get down!
I gotta get down!
No! 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 Oh.
How do I not have any grenades? I swear to God, I have a ton of them.
They might have taken them away in the
Oh,
cutscene.
yeah, that's right. They probably did.
Like assholes. 0 out of 10, Naughty Dog.
0 out of 10. I can't believe they do this to me.
0 out of 10. Chloe's not the hero yet.
0 out of 10.
I do like how these LPs are just our excuse to talk about Uncharted.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like, just to unabashedly, like, be like,
totally.
They're so
Just
good.
gush about them. Gush about them all fucking day long. I think because, again, they are, like, they're fun.
They're fun.
So much fun.
I, like, genuinely think, you know, even if you hate shooters, at least give it a try.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter which one you play, because, like, they're all independent enough that you can.
Yeah, it's like, it helps to kind of have the history, but you don't need it.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, even with, like, 4, you can go in with just that.
Yeah.
Like, I
They
mean,
give you
Nate
enough
and Lena's,
background.
yeah. Like, their relationship is, like,
Oh, how's that?
you don't get it, so, like, the impact of, like, the fights and stuff aren't
Yeah, because you don't
there.
have that kind of background.
Yeah, you don't have that background, but it's still enough standalone. I mean, so many people went into 4 for the first time, you know, as their first Uncharted game, and they loved it.
Yeah, and I feel like you can still do that.
Yeah.
Well, it's even sort of like, okay, so for Metal Gear Solid, I started watching an LP of 5 first, which is like, okay, like,
oh,
what
the
the
best
fuck?
friends one?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's sort of like, okay, what the fuck are you thinking?
Mm-hmm.
Especially for a series like that, but it was like, no, it was actually kind of a good way to just, like, get into it, like, familiarize myself with it a little bit, and then, like, replaying it again from the beginning, it's like, oh, okay, I get it now, you know?
I didn't know that you started with that.
Yeah, yeah. Because I had always meant to play it, and then I didn't, and I was like, well, let me just check this out a little bit, and I started watching some of the Two Best Friends LP of it, and ended up really liking it, and I was like, okay, I gotta know the background of this. And it's funny, because they even make a joke about it.
Oh, really?
In the LP, they're like, this is my first Metal Gear, will I be okay? And they just started laughing. I was like, oh, that's me. It's my first Metal Gear, will I be okay? No, I don't understand anything.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm, like, a little worried about playing Metal Gear, because I'm like, I know how ridiculous it is.
Yeah,
like, can I handle the plot?
It gets totally bogus, but it's also, I think I mentioned this before, like, the one thing MGS loves doing is referencing itself.
You killed them.
Oh my god, I didn't know!
Yeah, because you're supposed to, like, wait.
And they're
go,
supposed
like,
to
do
use
that
the
door
turret.
kind of. Yeah, because they come up behind you.
I didn't realize it.
I was not paying attention,
I'm
and
sorry.
then, like, you were at the window, and I was gonna say wait, and then it did the cut away. Sorry.
I was thinking about Venom Snake and how I want him to raw me, but whatever.
I don't know what it is!
I didn't say that.
That's okay, I've been talking about Rafe and his dick all day.
But yeah, so it's like pretty much after you play the first Metal Gear, it's like you'll understand all the other ones because they just reference the plot of the first Metal Gear.
Really?
They just rehash it over and over and over. Yeah, totally.
Well, because I remember when we were playing Kingdom Hearts, like, I said, like, something like, I'm so worried about because it's so complicated, and you were like, what, like, Kingdom Hearts is more ridiculous, like, as a joke?
Yeah, yeah.
And you're like, you'll handle Metal Gear just fine.
Yeah.
And part of me's like, is she being serious?
No, yeah, no. If you can handle Kingdom Hearts, you can handle Metal Gear. Absolutely, I stand by that statement. I don't care if I said it when I was drunk. I stand by that statement.
Well, like I said, I know, like, you said it, like as a joke, but it's also like, is she real? Like, is it really that complicated, or is it like worse?
It gets kind of bogus. Like, there's not really. You just kind of have to go with it. Sometimes
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
wait, how does that make any sense? And it's just like, shh.
I mean, that's
shut
Kingdom
up.
Hearts,
Yeah.
honestly.
Just be quiet and go.
Yeah.
Just go with it. Nate, I really wish you had some grenades right now.
I know. But when you went up there, you were doing good. You could have ducked. You just got caught in the cycle of, like, am I ducking and stuff.
Well, I just got a grenade, so.
Alright, now this time.
This time I'm gonna be fucking careful.
I think try going actually to the turret.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And it'll probably trigger when I'm up
Yeah.
there.
It's fine. No one died.
It's totally fine. You just edit that shit out and make me
No
look
way.
perfect. I know, you would never. You would never make me look good.
No, it's impossible. That's
Oh, fuck you.
And we all know why.
Unbelievable.
I know who you really are.
I know who you are.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute since we talked about
Metalocalypse.
I still love it.
God.
That show.
Oh my
I
god.
kept up with research.
I love
stuff,
Toki.
I know Toki.
So I hear your dad's got against
Cancer. So good. So good. Oh man.
See anything up there?
Oh god.
this
I
way.
just remember the first time I saw Metalocalypse, and it's like the first episode with the coffee, and they have the metal song. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good.
It's so good.
Oh man.
Just come on. We have to
One of
hurry.
these days I'll rewatch that.
I know, I really gotta. I'm not sure, but didn't it get, like, picked up by Netflix or something for a final season?
Oh, did it?
I think so.
I haven't really been paying attention.
I don't know, because, I mean, this was, like, probably a year ago that I
Yeah.
remember hearing, like, the, creator, like, was like, you know, the show didn't end the way I wanted it to, so, like, he was trying to get picked up by either Hulu or Netflix or something
Yeah,
to finish
somebody.
it off the way he wanted.
Yeah.
I don't know if it actually went through.
I wouldn't be surprised.
We should be safe.
Excuse
in here.
me, I wouldn't be surprised if it did. This is so gorgeous.
I know, God. I think there's also a few treasures in here, like 2 of them or something.
I think you're right. Time to look around
I know.
and see.
It's just like
Hey, Chloe.
the lighting, the colors. Oh, that's rude. It's just all beautiful.
Yeah.
And
the
it
way
really
everything,
Oh, go
the
ahead.
way that everything is bright from like the sunlight and the way that it looks through like the plants and everything, and plus on top of that, all of the like destroyed buildings, which we already talked about how good they look.
Well, even like the architecture of like this temple, like again, not that I remember anything from art history really about architecture, but it's like they clearly paid attention and knew what's like to look for or what to like recreate to make it look authentic.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing. It looks authentic, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas some things you're like, okay,
You
this
can.
is
It
clearly
looks like
fantasy.
it's like a Maj Podge, and like you're just like, what is all this?
Yeah.
You brought us right to the doorstep.
So I'm guessing it's not a coincidence that we ended up here?
No, not exactly.
God, you're an ass. Okay,
Tell
so what
him
is it
like
you're
I love how
after?
Jeff is just like, ooh,
I know.
That symbol up there?
Jeff is underappreciated.
It's called the Chintamani
yeah,
Right.
the
It's a
real
massive
hero of
rock
Uncharted
It's
2.
worth millions.
So let me get this straight. You're competing with a psychopathic war criminal for a mythological gemstone?
When you put it that way, it does sound pretty stupid.
Thanks for the input, Jeff.
And it's supposedly in this temple.
Well, no. Stone itself isn't here.
Hey, look at that.
No?
I love Chloe.
Huh?
Shambhala?
Nate,
Chloe's like,
Shangri-La.
Nate, shut up.
can I have a word with you, darling?
Darling.
On second thought, perhaps we should continue this conversation inside.
Good idea. Come on.
No more helicopters.
Not for a while.
Not till we're on the fucking train.
I hate the
Alright,
train
we
so
saved
much.
I mean, what? I've never played
This
this
just
game.
doesn't
know.
add up, Nate. Lazarevich can't be after the money. He doesn't need it.
You're missing
Like
out.
every
the
villain
money.
didn't need the money.
You two stay here.
Promise me you'll stay put.
What
I'll be
is
right
it
back.
about evil leaders and cult things?
Famous
They got
last words.
too much time on their hands.
Apparently so.
Oh.
Too much time, money, and they're clearly evil, so.
Okay, I love this that interaction that just happened with them.
It's good.
Because again, it's like Chloe's clearly like, stop, we're here for treasure. Stop talking to her. We're on a job.
She's like, shut the fuck up. Stop giving her information.
Yeah,
like,
and
let's
honestly,
go.
I
Let's
can
move.
see why Chloe's like that because from her view, it's
Well, she's
like,
also, she's like, sorry.
oh, I was gonna say like, you know, like they're racing to this.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Like she wants him to stop taking time away from that.
Mhm.
And I mean, honestly, if I was her, I'd be like, well, we can't trust this girl. Is she gonna go for the treasure too?
Absolutely, and especially since Chloe is kind of playing both sides, it's like she
She's
has
in
to
danger.
be extremely careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. She doesn't know
Okay,
what
this is a
Elena's
great
gonna do.
room.
Elena's kind of a wild card for her.
Yeah.